All right, hey everyone. So as Doc said, I'm Eric. I'm the race technology director here.
And I'm Brandon, and I'm the Special Assistant Race Director for Teams and Auditing. And both of us serve on our technology board, which does the majority of the dev work. Also, real quick before I start, I want to echo what Triton was saying about interning. Highly recommend it if you have the opportunity to just come back and volunteer and intern at the race. But so for our technology, the current technology we use is we have two main programs. We have our scoring software and our scrutineering software. For our scrutineering, those of you who have raced with us before, I'm sure you're familiar with me. I'm who you'll come talk to. The program that I'm using, it allows us to manage the different stations, what teams are queued for those. We can see and track your progress, so as the days progress, we know how teams are doing. And this is an example of what that interface looks like. It basically just lets us keep up with what's happening. And then it's a web-based program that we've developed in-house. For scoring, for a quick little background for those of you who aren't familiar, the track race, we score by counting laps. And that occurs at three main points. One, if you cross our start-finish line out on the first straight. And then the other is when you either exit pit lane to go back to the garage, or you exit pit lane to go back on the track after doing a driver change or swapping an aux battery or something like that. And the program that we are actually using to track that is what we refer to as our clicky program. So every single time your card comes around, you might hear us yelling out your team number. So we're logging your team number, and we have multiple judges who are sitting there logging this data. And then we have programs that run on the back end go in, process all of that data. It allows us to serve things like our live interface, which gives you data of what the current scores are. If we have speed data, we can calculate that, what your lap times are, things like that. And then we also take that data at the end of the day. A group of us interns goes in, and we spend a few hours every night looking over that data, ensuring, did we count your laps right? Did we miss a lap? We'll give you credit for it. Did we accidentally double count a lap or things like that? So we ensure that we're counting the correct number of laps, giving you credit for what you actually drive during the race.
Thank you, Brandon. All right, so now that we kind of have talked about how current technology works for the Solar Car Challenge, we're going to kind of give you a little sneak peek into what the future may hold for the Solar Car Challenge. So to start off with, I know most of you are probably familiar with the Solar Car Challenge website. Oh, that GIF is working really well. As you may know, it is a little bit outdated. If you open it on your phone, you have to zoom in. It can be sometimes a little bit tricky to navigate. So one of the things that we're working on doing is developing a new version of the website. So this is kind of just a demo that we were roughly working on. This isn't what it's actually going to look like in the end. We're trying to maintain some of the same look and feel of the current website for nostalgia purposes. But ultimately, we want to bring modern web accessibility standards to it, introduce dark mode, make it work on a phone. And then one of the other big improvements is that all of the images you see on the Solar Car Challenge right now are they're not full quality images, but they're not low quality either, which means the website takes a little while to load, but you also don't get the full res images you want to download. So one of the things that this new website will have is low resolution images as thumbnails for you to see, and then the option to download those full 4K quality images. In addition, we are in development with a mobile app. So basically this mobile app, the idea behind it is that it will ultimately have all the same features as the website, like live scoring and rules and everything there. But we want to add a few more features to this mobile app, specifically like push notifications. So if the race director wants to send out information about delayed start time or inclement weather, everyone with the mobile app on their phone can get a push notification, and we can all see what's happening. You would also have a team login page, so maybe you can update info about your team. Scrutineering registration, so what Brandon was talking about, where you have to come to control and register for a station, and then someone comes to find you and your team in the garage to tell you you're ready for scrutineering. This would allow you to look on the app, see what's open, register for something, and then just get a notification when your station's ready so you can come on over. Live scores would still be here. We may add judge assignments so you can see who your judge is for the next day, and then race order information. That is to say, all of this is not a priority for us. We do want to work on the scoring and scrutineering software that Brandon was highlighting, because that needs to be reliable and stable and work. So this is something we're hoping to launch in conjunction with the website, as a beta this summer. So it would mean that a limited number of users would have the app or the new website, and we would kind of run it in parallel with our existing systems, just so that we can work out all the bugs, see if there's anything we need to address, and largely just to gather feedback from all of you and figure out what else you might think would be valuable on this app and website. And then ultimately, we would hope for a full release in the following summer, assuming everything goes smoothly now. So that brings you up to speed with kind of how things work on our side of the Solar Car Challenge, and covers a little bit about what we hope to add. But we would love to hear if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, things you'd like to see implemented. And then here's our contact information as well if you have anything else. Thank you.